Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to your favorite Chess Journal YouTube channel. And we're here to play our opening repertoire game. Let's try 5 plus 3 minutes. Let's see who we get. What opening are we gonna play with white places? I think I'm gonna play the English opening as that's one of my opening repertoire with white pieces, and with black pieces, if allowed to, I'm gonna try the modern defense as some of you have requested for modern defense or modern opening play. Okay, so we got black pieces, and against e4, let's try the modern as discussed. Now here we're gonna fianchetto our Oscar bishop. Although against d4 we could actually go d6 first. I like going d6 first to counter this move, which is e5. And against bishop e3, let's fianchetto our square bishop. I gotta be careful of my time in the clock. And they have played c3, and what do we do? Let's play knight f6. So we are in the modern defense setup. Okay, knight d2. It's quite new to me. Haven't faced this one before, as I was expecting here, to be honest. But now what do we do? What do we do? We could. What are the candidate moves? We could castle. That's not bad, which is to finish our development. Or I'm gonna stick to the setup, which is going here, c6. So this setup is also known as the park setup, but with g6 and bishop g7 first. Now f4. Yeah, they can play f4. That's quite an aggressive move. Now here, this allows us to attack their bishop, square bishop. So let's do that. So they have decided to guard their bishop. Now what do we do? As you can see, they have played f4, and castling short is a bit risky, although it's playable. They have good center control and a lot of space, and we are cramped at this moment. So here I think exchanging pieces is going to benefit us. Now let's strike at the center, e5. Knight f3. Now we take here. So they have established a central majority. Our job is going to be attack in the center. How do we do that? But before that, I think we should castle short, because before diving into attack, we should make sure that our king is safe. So this game is going to be an instructive game for those of you who want to play the modern defense with f4 on board. So they have almost finished development. They have option to go here or here. We don't know. In such kind of situation, like I said, keeping the attack, the center, is the way to go, because they can take here, but if we take, they cannot take because of this bishop is loose. Also, our Oscar bishop, beautiful modern bishop, is going to have an eye on this weak pawn. So now they have castle. Let's take, and probably we're gonna put our queen here. If they take, oh, they didn't take. This is unusual. What is their rating? 2174. They are a strong player with 2300 rapid rating. So we can guard this pawn. I think that was an inaccuracy or mistake from their part. So we are lagging behind in the clock as usual, as I'm trying to explain my thought process. Okay, rook c1. What does that do? Now, how do we proceed? I think we should stick to finishing development. Our light square bishop needed a new home. And knight b3. What is their plan? They want to come here? No, they can't come here. Okay, we don't have much time to think. Let's develop our queen here. Normally in modern defense or park defense, queen from the black team usually goes there. And the beauty of modern defense or park defense is that we've got flexibility to play both in the queen side and the king side. Let's centralize our rook and put pressure here. Which one? This one, this one. Sooner on we're gonna break here, so we need this rook here in this square. So let's put it here. Rook a e8. And I've got to make sure that they don't flag us. Thanks to all of you who have subscribed to my channel, keeping me motivated to bring up this kind of contents. And please let me know in the comment sections down below whether you guys enjoy these kind of games or not, or if you want to see any other openings. I'll tell you what, normally with black pieces I play the Caro-Kann, the park defense, the modern defense. Okay, against e4, rook c4. Now what do we do? This one is guarded, so we can attack this one by going here. Let's go there. And now we can actually push due to our knight over here. I'm just calculating if that's, no, they have this one. We can't do that. Let's attack their rook, open up the center. So our knight is guarding this one. So let's pre-move this capture. Okay, so they have decided to take. And oh, what? Notice that they still can't take this one. Why they can't take this one? I'll explain you after the game. Okay, so rook d1. They are attacking this one. Now we can come here and fork these rooks thanks to our pawn on d4. See, this is the beauty. This is one of the beauties in modern or park kind of setup. Black has tactics hidden in the system. All you need to do is just keep your senses alert and look for the tactical blows. So on the surface, it might look that black is not doing good, but that's not actually always the case. Those of you who are watching this channel in beginner and intermediate level players, make sure that you do your tactics training, solve a lot of puzzles, and this is what we call pattern recognition, so we can win this rook. And you get to know a lot of patterns. Now we can push this one because we are exchange up. We want to exchange queens. Let's pre-move this one. And okay, oh, we are a pawn down, but that really doesn't matter. We target this one. Let's come here. Oh boy, I don't have much time. And okay, let's trap the rook. And let's take, simplify. And now what? Let's attack these guys. So which one to take? Let's take the knight. Strengthen our pawn structure. This one is under fire. So they have they had to address that, but I think we can pin the bishop. Let's go here, and now we can safely take the pawn. I was just calculating. They have a check here. Okay, so they have resigned. That's quite understandable because they have nothing. Their bishop is paralyzed. This pawn is under fire. We're gonna win that one, and we're gonna have a beautiful game with one of these passed pawns later on. Okay, so that was quite a good game. So let's quickly analyze the board or analyze the game. Let's turn the engine on. And okay, I think the engine is still calculating. So this was a modern defense on board against e4. We played g6, d4, d6. This is the setup that I prefer playing with modern defense. Then we fianchetto our square bishop and develop the knight to f6. These also resembles the park defense kind of setup. So these openings are interchangeable. So if you can master any of these, one of these openings, then you can actually play with the similar ideas in mind against 1e4 or even 1d4. Okay, so knight d2. Okay, so computer wants them to play this one. I didn't know that. So here we could have gone here immediately, but I prefer playing here, going c6, because this one also allows us to expand in the queen side as well in the later during the game. This is the idea that I have obtained from playing the park defense. So c6 it was, and then against f4, as you can see, the Valberg computer says that white is not doing better, although they have these space advantages. But from experience, I know that this one looks intimidating, but end of the day, it's not good expansion. It's not a good expansion, so computer likes this one. Attack this bishop, so they develop their queen as well as defended their bishop. So we grabbed that bishop, draw square bishop. That was a good transaction, I must say. And then we strike in the center. Keep an eye on the eval bar. Black is doing slightly better. And a lot of transactions took place, although the computer is telling them to take with the knight. So had they taken with the knight, we would have either castled or developed our this knight first, and and then the game would have been a bit different. But anyway, they decided to take c takes d4, then we castled. And bishop d3, developing move, position is equal. But here, computer doesn't like to go here. That's mainly because we played c6. Excuse me, we played c6 earlier and we wasted tempo here. But like I said, depending on the situation, you can play here. It's not so bad. Anyway, obviously computers are better than humans these days. The castling is not right, as they're saying. Okay, this is the one I was calculating. They take here, we take there. So they have to do something with the rook. Rook comes here, then we come here and defend this one like this. So yeah, my calculation, as the stock fees says, is roughly equalish. But anyway, we are playing against humans, so this capture took place. And see, this is the point. They can't take here. They can't take here, because had they taken there, we go here and they go there and we exchange queens, and black is still doing better. And this is the one that I calculated quickly up to this point during the game, but I couldn't analyze, I couldn't explain it due to the time trouble. So we developed our knight. This knight belongs to c6 and this one belongs to f6 in most of the positions. And here playing rook c1 was not good. As you can see, the eval bar computer is telling them to play a3 to stop this jump. So anyway, they played here, and then okay, so computer wants us to strike in the center immediately, but we didn't do that. We developed our light square bishop. That's not actually totally bad. And then we developed our queen. As I said during the game, that queens in most of the modern defense or Park defense, and even in King's Indian defense positions, they often go here in the b6 square. So keep that in mind in your games, guys, because I used to often forget this queen move, but this move comes handy later during the game. So here they can't grab this pawn, as I said during the game. Now let's analyze what happens if they what happens if they take this one. On the surface it looks that they can win, but we take here and this one is guarded, and see, we are going to win the queen. So they had to put their king away, and computer is telling us to go here and chase their bishop, but we centralized our rook and they defended this one, and then we dived in with our knight attacking this bishop. So they pull their bishop back and now we attack their rook. Computer is telling that to grab this one because this transaction or this capture isn't good, and they notice that they still can't take this one. I'll show you how. Say, for example, they take here, and then we dive here, and this knight is well guarded here, and this knight is under fire with our bishop, so they have no way to defend this one, because to defend this one they need a piece here, which they cannot do, or here. Then we take this rook. So this is the little calculation that I did quickly up to this point during the game, and I said that I'm going to explain this once the game is finished. So here we dived in, forking these rooks and winning the exchange, and now we simplified the game. Take a look at the eval bar, guys. We exchange queens and attacked their weak pawn. Always look for their weakest pawns or pieces, and then keep piling up on them or on that. And here although the computer is telling us to go here, but I decided to come here, which I did, and then this rook is kind of trapped. So they can take here, but also taking here and going after these pawns, those are undefended, is also playable, which I did. And after this capture, they pull their bishop back, and we, instead of grabbing this pawn first, we pin their bishop, and then later on grab this one, and this one is resignable, because had they gone here, we're gonna take this one is a passer, unstoppable. So the game might go on like this, but who's gonna stop this guy? So they have to come here, and then we're gonna improve our kings. And well, this is the computer is telling us we might have played differently, but this is one of the ways that the game might have continued. Look at the eval bar. So we did really well, although these or even this is possible. Right, guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching this game. Please make sure to subscribe the channel and keep me motivated, and let me know what opening do you guys like to see in later games. Like I said, with black pieces against e4, I play the Caro-Kann, the Park, the modern defense. Against d4, I play mostly the Slav or semi-Slav. And with white pieces, I play the London system, the Jabaga London system, the Robatsch Defense, or the Robatsch opening, the English opening bot-winning system. Only these 5-6 openings that I mostly play, and I have greatly improved my rating. And if you can at least memorize at least the 15 moves of all of these openings and get the ideas behind these openings and follow your instincts in your games, I'm sure that you're gonna improve your play as well. Just stick to your instinct. Watch as many games as possible from this channel as well as other channels. And yeah, I wish you all the best in your chess career. As most of you already know, that I'm not any kind of master. I'm still an amateur, because the country where I at the moment living in, very few FIDE rated games are held, so which is why I am unable to obtain the rating which is going to qualify me for any kind of master norm. But hopefully one day, with your support, I'm gonna be there. So that's all for today, guys. Take care of yourself till the next game. Bye bye.